Hello, I'm back, and this is the review for It. Um, so once again, this is one of my movie reviews. So there are four sections. First one is general information about the film. Then we'll go into plot, characters, then overall, with the last section being the spoiler section. Although the spoiler section is going to be very brief because if you haven't seen it or read it by this point, I mean, the movie's over a decade old. If you haven't, the movie's almost 20 years old at this point. If you haven't seen this movie by now, what's wrong with you? So let's get down to it after the cut. So, let's get into plot. The plot of It is based on a book that was written by Stephen King. It takes place in Derry, Maine. This town that's basically every 21 years, I believe, there's a rash of murders. And no one seems to, people know that people died in the town. People in the town know that people died, but they don't know what happened. And eventually they forget that the shit ever happened. No one knows quite why this is happening. Well, eventually some kids discover, hey, this shit has happened yet again. And they're trying to figure out, it starts with this young boy, well, it doesn't start, but it starts with a few kids getting killed, and they're trying to figure out what the hell happened. So, that's where it jumps off, right? And it gets kind of weird. Basically, these kids are being stalked by this supernatural creature that the kids simply call It. However, when you see it in the movie, its primary form that it likes to use to scare the hell out of these kids is that of this clown called Pennywise. Pennywise in this film is played by the excellent actor Tim Curry. And let me put it this way, if you weren't scared of clowns, after seeing this film, you will be. So basically the film takes place in the 50s. It starts off with the 50s. These kids basically living in Derry, which is a really fucked up town. They go through all this bullshit, and eventually they manage to defeat it by going to its lair and fighting against it. They discover that it feeds off of fear. It especially the fear of young children. That's where it gets a lot of its power. But it can feed off of anyone's fear, but it prefers young children. They go into its lair, they fight it, using the strength of their will, and also through a secret bonding ritual to make themselves more powerful. If you read the book, the bonding ritual is a little fucked up, but I'm not gonna go too much into it. Needless to say, it involves underage sex. But basically, these kids are fighting, trying to do their best to fight against it, and ultimately they manage to defeat it, okay? Or at least they think they've defeated it permanently. What they've actually done is they kept it from feeding as much as it should. So basically, it goes back to sleep. And the kids forget that they ever did this. Like, they bury it, they repress it because it's so horrible what this thing truly is. So basically, that's the first part of this movie. The second part has some kids getting killed in Derry, and the one guy who stayed in Derry, who was part of this team of kids that fought it, the shit comes back to him. He's like, "Oh shit, it's back!" And he gets the club back together. One of the members kills himself rather than fight against it. He kills himself rather than fight, and like when they go to celebrate being together again, they find out, oh shit, it knows about us. It's coming for us. So it basically gets one of their old childhood tormentors to break out of a mental institution and try and stop them. Meanwhile, they get what's left of their crew back together, and they get ready to fight it again. And ultimately, they lose another one of their members in the final fight. But this time, while they go back to its lair, they make a horrifying discovery. It has eggs. It's going to have more of them. So they kill the eggs and they kill it. This time permanently. Its connection to Derry is severed. Derry basically falls apart. And you get a semi-happy ending for a Stephen King novel, which is astounding because normally he likes the twist ending that's like, oh shit. But in this case, it works out. So that's the plot. I haven't gone too in-depth because I don't want to spoil it for people. I'll save that for the spoiler section. So after this, we'll talk about characters. Okay then, let's talk about characters. This film stars Tim Curry as Pennywise, and we all know who Tim Curry is. We have Jonathan Brandis as young Bill Denbrough, Richard Thomas as fully grown Bill Denbrough, John Ritter as Ben Hanscom, some other guy as young Ben Hanscom. Basically, Tim Reed as Mike Hanlon. It's a decent film. I have this film as I have the Blu-ray version of it. I have the DVD version that's completely the uncut version, which is awesome. It's friggin' creepy. I can tell you right now, all the actors that they have in this film really lend themselves credence to being these characters. Like, they all really lend credence. They got the perfect people to play these roles. So, but the real linchpin is Tim Curry. Holy shit. Tim Curry plays the hell out of playing Pennywise in this film. It's friggin' creepy. And here's the thing. There's not a lot of blood or guts in this film. Everything is implied. There's a lot of inference. You know, it's kind of like Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Like, aside from when the girl is stabbed early on in the film, there's not a lot of, like, blood or guts or anything. A lot of it is inference, like what's inferred of what's going on in this film. So that really, the inference is done very well. I believe this film was directed by, I want to say, Tommy Lee Wallace. I don't know who Tommy Lee Wallace is. Here, I'll check his filmography for a second, see what this dude's made that we might know about. Halloween 3, he did a few episodes of Twilight Zone. He did the Max Headroom TV show, Fright Night Part 2, Tour of Duty, Aloha Summer, some Baywatch shit, CBS Summer Playhouse, It, The Sea Will Tell. I mean, he's a B-movie director, but his skills with that friggin' thing is friggin' awesome. He really knew what the hell he was doing. And Fright Night 2, that's one of my favorite films of all time. Love that film. Very good. So basically, it's just a very, like, they got the perfect people to play these roles. They got the perfect person to play the villain. It's just very well made. This film basically made me want to go read the book, which is really friggin' long and really friggin' creepy, and it's even better than the made-for-TV movie, which is pretty damn good. So with that, it's time to move on to the third section, which is should you watch this movie or not? And then spoilers. All right, the conclusion. Should you watch it or not? Well, hell, I mean, it's it. Most people in a certain age group have probably already seen this film. Probably already know about it. It's friggin' awesome. Watch it. Watch it, damn you. Watch it, damn you. Watch it. Watch it, Maria. Watch it right now. No, but seriously, watch this film. It's creepy. And if you really want to get creeped out, read the book. Because it's friggin' off the chain. Okay? It's off the chain. Stay tuned for the spoiler section after the cut. Alright, now it's time for the spoiler section. And I gave you ample warning, you bastards. No, I'm joking. No one's a bastard. At least, I hope not. Or, if you are, whatever. But, basically, spoilers. Well, this film is dark. It's very gritty. Watching it late at night will scare the hell out of you. The book is even worse. If there are any spoilers, it's that Tim Curry plays a clown, but it's about more than the clown. It's about the nature of fear and hate and the human condition and how callous and dark some things can be. So basically, you know, if you haven't already seen this, I mean, there's nothing else I can really say about spoilers. If you haven't seen this movie or read the book, what's wrong with you? So that's the end of the spoiler section. Stay tuned for more movie reviews in the future.